What's up guys, I'm Coach Sean and my goal is to show you how to take your favorite recipes and make them just a little bit healthier. Today, we're doing biscuits and gravy. I'll be showing you a recipe for an English style biscuit made with Greek yogurt, as well as how to make your own breakfast sausage with whatever ground meat you want to buy from the store. You're not gonna wanna miss it. This is Coach Sean's Kitchen. Before we get started, please do me a favor and consider subscribing to Coach Sean's Kitchen, liking this video, and leaving a comment. If you enjoy my content, it's the single best thing you can do to help me out. The recipe I'm using today is a biscuit recipe that instead of adding a bunch of butter and fat into it, we're gonna be using Greek yogurt. And this is gonna create a really thin style English biscuit. Now I had never made this recipe before. I'll leave the link to it in the description below, but it was incredibly straightforward, it was incredibly easy, and it made some pretty good biscuits that paired beautifully with some breakfast gravy. As far as how to make these biscuits, you're gonna add all the dry ingredients into a bowl, cut the butter in, I like to use my hands for this, and then you're gonna mix in your Greek yogurt. Now, whenever you're making biscuits, the big thing you wanna watch out for is over-mixing your dough. So as soon as it starts to come together, flip it out onto your cutting board and begin kneading it. As soon as it picks up all those loose crumbs, I'm gonna start forming it into a rectangle. Now, if you wanted to get out your rolling pin and make circles, you certainly could, but I like to leave my biscuits as squares. I find it very easy to portion them out, and then I know exactly how many carbs, fats, and protein I'm getting in each one of my biscuits. Once I've got my biscuits cut up, I'm gonna move them to a lined baking sheet, and I'm gonna brush them with one beaten egg, just to help that browning on the outside. Then they're gonna go into a 375-degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes until you've got that golden brown exterior. While the biscuits are in the oven, I'm gonna bring my attention over to my breakfast sausage. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know I love making my own sausage. If you've ever looked at the ingredients label on the back of store-bought sausage, the list is pretty scary. That's why I love creating my own breakfast sausage at home. You can buy whatever meat you want. Today I'm using a 93.7 ground turkey, so an incredibly lean sausage, and then I'm gonna add in the exact flavors that I like to use. Today I'm using some sage, some ground clove. I'll put the full list of the ingredients down in the description. But you can use whatever combination you like. Once you've got all your sausage mixed up, it's time to head over to the stove and we're gonna start making our gravy. One of my favorite parts about sausage gravy is how easy it is to make. I've got a medium saucepan over medium heat, and I think this is the perfect cooking vessel for making gravy. I'm gonna toss in my sausage, and then I'm gonna brown it on the outside. Looking for two things here. One, good color on the outside of that turkey sausage, and two, I want all that water to evaporate in the bottom of the pan. Then I'm gonna sprinkle in a 1/4 cup of flour, and I'm gonna cook it for about 1 minute, stirring constantly, just to take that raw edge off the flour. Then I'm gonna add 2 cups of milk, nice and slow, stirring constantly. You'll find that this gravy thickens up very quickly, so as soon as it hits the consistency you want, dial back that heat. Now it's time to adjust for seasoning. I guarantee if you taste it right now, it'll taste incredibly bland. A good sausage gravy has to be heavy on the pepper and you have to taste for salt, so make sure you adjust for these seasonings. Once you've got it to your liking, go ahead and remove it from the heat, but keep it warm until your biscuits are ready. Pulling my biscuits out of the oven, they look great. Nice and brown on the outside, good and flaky. These are gonna be perfect for some sausage gravy. So I'm gonna take one of my biscuits, cut it in half, and then I'm gonna start ladling that warm gravy right over the top. And then I'm gonna finish with a little bit of freshly ground black pepper and a little bit more sage, and there you have it, a healthier version of biscuits and gravy. In this recipe, we significantly reduce the fat by creating our own biscuits with less butter and more Greek yogurt, as well as creating our own breakfast sausage. As far as the taste goes, it's pretty damn good. Now I'll be honest with you, are these gonna hold up next to your Southern grandma's biscuits and gravy? No. But if you're trying to stay healthy and you need a recipe to really get that breakfast fix, this will do a pretty damn good job of it. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Coach Sean's Kitchen. And if you did, please like this video and let me know in the comments how I did. I want to thank you guys for watching this episode of Coach Sean's Kitchen. And as always, you can make anything homemade and healthy.